11 states and the District of Columbia have already enacted the national popular vote. Other states are mulling over the option to join the interstate compact system, including Michigan. It works like this. States would collectively give all of their electoral votes to the winner of the popular vote, unlike current systems where states award their electoral votes to the winner of the individual state's popular vote. Our Elijah Baker had a sit down with senior consultant Pat Rosensteel to discuss a new way to make every vote relevant in this system.
Now, what are some of the benefits of the national popular vote? One of the benefits that you mentioned was that every vote would be relevant. What does that mean, more specifically?
Well, so right now, I think some data can help us here, okay? So you know the difference between a battleground state and a flyover state.
Yes, Michigan is a battleground state.
They are occasionally. In 2008, they weren't. In 2016, I would argue they are, or were. In 2016, Michigan was hyper important, right? In 2008, all of Michigan's money and all of their volunteers fled south to Ohio to participate in presidential elections in the nearest battleground state. So, you know, what we're trying to do is say, hey, look, it doesn't matter if you live in Alpena, Michigan, or Altoona, Pennsylvania, right? You should have a very relevant and valued voice in presidential elections, and national popular vote achieves that. Now, the reason we know flyover state voters feel kind of irrelevant right now is because participation rates in battleground states are 10 points higher than they are in flyover states. So clearly, you make every voter politically relevant, you're going to see reinvigorated state parties, reinvigorated, political participation in the political process, which I think is, very important to the body politic in the republic, and it just kind of, it makes sense.
Now, Pat, I read somewhere that with the national popular vote, it would force candidates to go to those states that are overlooked. Kind of, instead of just going to the big popular states, sort of like Michigan or maybe Florida, going to those smaller states. Is that true with the national popular vote?
I think that's definitely true. I mean, if you look at the 10 smallest states in the country, right? Those are states like North Dakota and Vermont, or Alaska and Hawaii, right? Well, what do those have in common? Some of those are very reliably Republican, and 2 of those are very reliably Democratic, and all of them are ignored in presidential elections, right? So the 10 smallest states in this country has not seen a single political campaign event in the general election.
Because the candidates mainly go to the bigger states.
Well, they go to the states that are competitive, right? So it doesn't matter whether you're a big state or a small state under the current system. What matters is, are you equally divided, right? Can one candidate win or lose? The current system provides disincentives to campaign in any state where you're comfortably ahead, or hopelessly behind. And so in 20 years, none of those small states has received a single presidential visit because they're either reliably Republican or reliably Democrat. Now, the same is true for California, which is a big state, or Texas, which is a big state.